Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, some of you have dealt with massive change, transformation, and even loss that have created a sense of setback in your career. But I feel with the easy does it card here, slow and steady wins the race. And even though it may feel like things are challenged at this time, yeah, we have the underworld showing up. This is finding unconventional ways to bring in money. Okay, it says sex, death, hidden knowledge, probing into the mysteries of life. As the world evolves, so can your means of earning money. So can your means of earning money. Now, I am getting, with the loss, the unexpected, and the setbacks, some of you are still picking up the pieces from some sort of challenge or struggle, because I'm getting past, present, future energy here. And it says a major phase in your life is ending. Embrace newness. This is a good thing. Okay, a good thing, because September is your season, Virgo season. So I feel for a lot of you, you are ready for this next chapter, because you may have felt stuck in an emotion of vulnerability, or it's almost as if you were missing the signs, and you may have even desensitized yourself in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like there is a new beginning here. But the problem is, we're going to just go straight to the meat and potatoes. The problem is you may not believe it, because you see the little piggy there. The pig has wings. What do they say about pigs that have wings, right? It's a phrase that one says, yeah, that'll never happen, when pigs fly. And so I feel like there is an opportunity here, but because you have gone through so much loss, you may miss out on the opportunity. We don't want you to do that. That's why you're listening to this reading. So let's see what else we have showing up here for you. What do you need to know? What's the obstacle? The Hermit. Yeah, you've been in this hermit mode, and it's time to embrace a new chapter. Eight of Cups, you may have been forced to walk away from a situation. Queen of Swords, this was to strengthen your boundaries. Now there's a new choice to make. Two of Swords showing up. We're just going to get all your cards out here before we dive in. What's in the near future, please, for Virgo? There's the teamwork. There's new connections, collaborations. Finding people who are actually willing to pull their weight and put in effort. Because some of you have dealt with people who were very demanding, very controlling, very greedy, very selfish, or they may have projected their own stuff towards you. And what I see rolling up the right side of your reading here, what's rolling in is amazing. You have Wheel of Fortune, you have Lovers, you have Queen of Wands, and we have the World. So look at three major arcanas showing up. There's absolutely a huge shift taking place here. And as the Lost card says, a major phase in your life is ending. The World card, or excuse me, the Empress. That's why I feel like it's the World, because the Empress actually has the world. She's creating something here. There's life, giving life to something, but it requires you to close out of a phase that you were in. It requires you to give birth to something new here. Let go of what was so you can focus your energy on what is ahead of you. Yeah, some of you may have even dealt with a tragedy or a loss in your personal life that may have affected your career in some way, shape, or form. This could have even been a divorce, because this is, yes, a career reading, but it also talks of wealth, abundance, finances, and money. And you may have had some sort of setback because it says you may have felt at times, Virgo, like you were taking one step forward to take two steps back, and it almost felt like a little bit of that tug of war. It's like you couldn't quite get ahead. You couldn't quite get to that spot you wanted to be. Maybe something else happened, or, something else got in the way. It just feels like you kept coming up against roadblock and roadblock and roadblock. Doing the same thing, maybe over and over and over, expecting different results. Setbacks may have been telling you that you weren't ready to move forward, or there was still lessons to learn. But this is past energy I'm picking up on. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, some of you were hanging on to anger. You were very angry. Maybe there was rage showing up here with the Queen of Swords. You may have been very upset by how something went down, or because of how you were treated. It may have brought out some deep wounds within you, because underneath anger is sadness or sorrow due to maybe rejection, abandonment, not feeling good enough, insecure. And there was some unexpected things that had shifted here in your world, Virgo. There may have been financial loss, financial crisis. It may have been out of your control, but you can still control the outcome by how you respond to whatever crisis you had gone through. Deal with things ahead and try to prepare for the unexpected when it happens, but don't let the limitations or the limiting beliefs of feeling like there's going to be roadblock upon roadblock every step of the way, your entire journey, because that can be a belief we get stuck in, causing us not to move forward. Because what we have coming up in the present energy is easy does it. It says slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes, or, anything that seems too good to be true, because all that, sparkles isn't always good. And I feel for some of you, you are slowly getting yourself up out of this loss, and it's important to feel it. It's important to be in it. It's important to embrace the in-between phase, because sometimes if we jump into this next energy and we don't fully take the time to process, to heal, to work on ourselves or work on the lessons that we were meant to learn, we go back into the same cycle. And I see here that you're saying, Mel, I'm not going back into that same cycle again. And what we have showing up in the near future is precarious, silence, and investment. So precarious says that there have been a lot of ups and downs, right? That's part of life. The high tide, the low tide. We're affected by the moon and the sun. We have our great moments and we have our challenges and opportunities to grow. Money coming in fast and going out just as quickly for some of you. Fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. And look at what we have here. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright in your environment. There's a new financial shift coming in, and I feel like it's for the better, because not only do you have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, you have the investment card here. And the investment card says finances are looking good. They're going to grow. This is a great time to invest. Some of you, there could be money coming your way, but perhaps you're keeping it quiet. Set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. You may be deciding to invest in a new arena, a new area, a new course of study, a new project, a new company, a new business plan. Whatever this is looking ripe. It's time. You're about to give birth to something. But again, because we have the silence, you may be keeping it to yourself at this time. Moving in silence while you continue to build. Silence is the best way to increase your personal power. Don't share too much too soon. Not everyone is honest and trustworthy. And I feel like you don't need people telling you who you should be or how you should move forward. And I feel like that is why, Virgo, some of you are staying silent. You have this idea, you're ready to put it out there, or you're coming to a completion. Some of you, maybe you're writing a book. You could be writing a memoir. Maybe you are deciding to go back to school, but you are keeping it to yourself till the time is right. And I do feel like there's a shift, fast changes regarding money, and an unexpected turn. This turn looks really good for you. So let's dive in to the tarot. I want you to start believing in this energy, believing in yourself, believing that you have the heart and the ideas and the messages that are ready to be brought out into the world, whatever that may mean for you. The Page of Cups showing up as your overall energy could be the beginning of a very playful, creative, fun time in your career. You're lifting up. The heart is opening in some way, shape, or form. But yet, I don't feel like you're naive to this. It's as if you're protecting what you have built or what you are creating. And maybe the reason why you're keeping it silent is because you don't want other people saying, yeah, Virgo, when pigs fly, that'll never happen, right? I feel like you want to be able to lift off. You want to be able to feel your strength and your confidence and feel bold and feel good without feeling like others may be sabotaging your success or your creativity. This is beautiful energy, and I feel like you're doing all the right things. We see the heart coming in, and it's that, this energy here with the hands coming together. Some of you may actually see that. You may post perhaps on social media, you doing that with your hands, creating a heart. Some of you are opening your heart up to your intuitive ideas. And the Hermit says, you've done a lot of soul searching. You've done a lot of work on your spiritual gifts. There's something here about discovery with the Hermit crossing your path. And when the Hermit shows up here, this is you, Virgo. It's your major arcana. You've done the soul searching. You have meditated. You've gained knowledge. You may have even withdrawn from society or withdrawn from family or withdrawn here in some way, shape, or form so you could go within and create magic, right? When a singer is working on their songs, they go into hermit mode at times. They go out in nature and they just write and they get inspired. And I feel like that is you. You may have gone into a mode or a period of self-discovery in order to hone in on your creative and intuitive self and your talents and your skills. But you are coming up to this point with the Empress showing up as your outcome. You're ready to give birth to this. It's ready for you to, launch, put it out there. You're ready to break the silence in some way, shape, or form. Now, Virgo, what's below you is the Eight of Cups. You may have been emotionally invested in your job or in a company, at least in the beginning, right? And it may have been something that you experienced to help you evolve, help take your business or your career to the next level. But it required you to leave behind an old version of yourself, or it could have required you to quite literally step away from a situation. This is my Eat, Pray, Love card. And even though it may have looked good on paper, you may have had the certification, the degree, the title, the car, the desk, whatever it was, you wanted something more. And that's not coming from a place of selfishness. It's emotional service. You wanted to feel alive in some way, shape, or form. And in order to do so, there is this sense of discovery within you. And it requires you to walk away from something, to head towards the sun, to head towards whatever enlightens you. Yeah, whatever enlightens you here. But you may not even been aware of what that was, but you were guided to take that first step. And what I'm getting here for you, Virgo, is what are you curious about, right? What are you curious about? What is something that, excites you or it inspires you? You may be at the beginning stages of this. You may be ready to move forward. Some of you, the Empress says you could be ready to give life to this. Whatever your ideas, your inspiration, your heart's desires, whatever this is here, I feel like you're ready to break the silence, or you could be still sitting in some sort of inspirational energy. And you may be guided to embrace the in-between at this time. But we do see the Queen of Swords showing up in the reverse in the recent past. Some of you may have been dealing with a Queen of Swords who was very blunt. The Queen of Swords in reverse, she can be very sharp and sometimes cold. She seems to lack emotion. Not that she doesn't have emotion, but she has grown hard. She's grown calloused, right? She's gone through it, and she has put up a little bit of a wall, a little bit of, a guard. And it's not just a fence that you can see through. It is full on, wood fence that you cannot get through. Whatever you do, whatever you say, the boundaries are high here. So whether this is someone you're dealing with, or it could be a characteristic of yourself, because remember, all 4 queens equal the Empress. All 4 kings equal the Emperor. We are emperors and empresses in our own right, and we all embody the archetypes of each king and queen at some point or another, and sometimes multiple at the same time. And so the Queen of Swords is about being able to set boundaries, but not put them so far up that we don't allow anything to come in or exit, right? There's not an equal exchange. And for some of you, if this is someone that you are dealing with, potentially a boss or a divine feminine who is very ruthless, or she just was very much stubborn, or she didn't see things the way that maybe you've seen them. Maybe that's what you're walking away from. Now, what's coming in above you is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is showing up in reverse, and it says you're at a crossroads and it's time to take off that blindfold, right? The Two of Swords can be not having enough information, lack of facts, insufficient data, the head going in one direction. So if this is you, maybe your head is trying to talk you out of something. It could be, the power of the mind is profound. But I feel with the Queen of Swords in reverse, your mind could be talking you out of something, which could be a limitation. Something is limiting you based on potentially a loss or a setback in the past. But the Two of Swords is taking off that blindfold, saying, wait a minute, I can come out of this situation. I can break the silence, or I can move towards a new beginning. I don't have to stay in this indecisive, wishy-washy energy. And I feel like you are connecting with others. So in the near future, you have teamwork making the dream work. You could be talking to, another team player, maybe a boss, HR. Some of you quite literally are breaking the silence on something. Maybe there was someone who had withdrawn and you had to pull all the weight, and you're saying that's not fair. We're a team here. We need to work as a team. There is no I in team, and it feels like I am doing everything on my own, hence the Hermit. Okay, for those of you who are exiting out of a potential contract or a belief system even, it is to find your tribe. It's to find your people that you connect with, that you resonate with, that you all work together to create something fulfilling, right? The Three of Pentacles is cooperation, skilled work. It's taking the roles that each of you have, which could be different roles, but when you combined them, it creates something quite magical in the physical, tangible world. And that's what you want to be a part of if you have to work with others, right? Some of you are being called to come out of maybe a single type of energy to work with others in a profound way. Maybe this is working with others online. It could be an online community. It could be working with more clients, expanding upon a target market. This could be cooperation from a new organization, a new company. This is near future and it looks bright. Now, how are you doing? You are showing up here, Virgo, as the Lovers. So the Lovers is about, making choices that feel balanced. And when I say balance, this is balance, body, mind, and soul. This is a full alignment here. Seeing things from that holistic point of view, but keeping the heart open enough where you allow that exchange to come in, because this can be a new contract. Now, Lovers doesn't have to be romantic love, not in a career reading. This can be platonic partnerships. This can be, choosing to work with people who rise above, people who are in it because their heart is in it, right? And it's not based on, distrust, disharmony, indecisiveness. It's the opposite, in fact. It is trust and harmony and decisiveness. This is part of your destiny. I feel like there's a new contract coming in here for you, one that you are calling in because you've opened your heart to this situation. And it's going to change the course of your destiny, Virgo. You have the Wheel of Fortune showing up in your environment, and it is showing up in the upright, and so is the Lovers. So when the Wheel of Fortune comes in, this is fate. It's fated. With the Lovers, this is a fated divine orchestration happening for you that you've been calling in, you have been wanting, but perhaps you haven't been able to see it, right? Because we see the blindfold, and believing is seeing, right? Believing is seeing. So not letting your belief system hold you back, or your mental thoughts, right, of rigidity or narrow-mindedness, because we can all get there sometimes. Not calling anyone out. Don't shoot the messenger. I myself am a Libra. Sometimes I can get caught up in my own thoughts as well. And I feel for some of you, you're taking off that blindfold and you're saying, wait a second, what is the truth here? What is the truth? Because truth can be subjective. Truth is subjective. And I feel like you're opening your heart to what else? What else is possible? And that's really going to change the direction, change the course. And I feel like you are ready for this. This is destiny. This is happening now. This can be not repeating the cycles. It's a major turning point. And you don't have to repeat this. This doesn't have to be, doing the same thing over and over. The only thing that you can control is how you respond and how you put out the energy, because that's what's going to come back to you. And you're doing something differently this time around. What is it that's so different? It looks like you have a little more confidence here. You have more confidence in who you are. This Queen of Wands is all about vitality, creativity. She is inspirational and she puts out this energy. She exuberates strength and magic and independence. You see the black cat. Some of you black cats could be significant in the next few weeks. You may see a black cat. There could be something here with a strike of inspiration that sets you on this independent course, but there are people that are part of this path for you. So it could be other helpers. Spirit is saying, don't close off to the idea of help. And perhaps some of you, you felt very alone in your journey. You felt like you didn't have support, either physically, financially, mentally, even spiritually at times. But what I see is there's a complete shift of energy and you're saying, wait a second, I do have that support. But I was looking externally. I was looking externally to fill something in here and I was doing it a little bit backwards. And you're really being that change you wish to see in the world. And that's why you have the Empress showing up here as your outcome. More Libran energy, Taurian energy. Some of you may even have strong air placements in your chart, maybe even Earth. We have Gemini here as well. We have Sag, we have Pisces. So I feel like the world is your oyster. And the Empress is one of the most abundant, creative, fertile energies out there. Very passionate. When the Empress shows up, this is creativity at its peak, right? It is nurturing and investing in the things that are going to grow over time. You cannot rush this process, right? You can't tell a baby, hey baby, I think, 2 months is good enough. It's time for you to come out. We got to let that bun in the oven grow. And maybe this is a business. This could be, you going back to school. It could be a creative idea. It could be a book that you're writing. Whatever this is, Virgo, allow it to shine bright. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Are some of you connected with a Leo, or do you have Leo in your chart? Because I'm hearing Toronto, and in Leo's reading, I heard Calgary. Okay, and both of those places are, I believe, Canada. So maybe some of you are from Canada, or there could be travel in Canada, or Toronto or Calgary could be significant. Take it as it resonates, please, but it's coming up again. I'm also getting with this Empress, your creativity and inspiration is highlighted here with this Page of Cups, okay? Because the Page of Cups is very creative. There's something here that you are meant to put out into the world. That's why the world is showing up here in the solar plexus area. The solar plexus is our confidence. It is our powerhouse. It is what fulfills us, what empowers us, what enlightens us. And it's showing up here for you, Virgo. Beautiful energy. Let's take a look at a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Adeline. Adeline. I'm getting the name Adeline. That could be your name. Someone that you work with. Or Addie could be significant. Maybe Addie. All right, we have, to be fair, there's the Justice. There is the Queen of Swords, card 38. Some of you may be 38 years old. And we have something coming back into balance here. The scales of justice. Like I said earlier, some of you, maybe you are breaking the silence. And that, again, is showing up here for you. Or the silence of a situation is being broken. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. The prosperity message is this: now is a time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. That's the Three of Pentacles. That's partnerships. That's colleagues. I feel with this Empress energy, some of you could be bosses. You could be connecting to a divine feminine here who is very nurturing, very loving. This could even be, for some of you, this is a mother figure, or it could be a healer. It could be someone who helps you grow on your journey. It could be a teacher, a counselor. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. This is also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you are compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth. We talk about that. There has been some sort of potential imbalance in the past, especially if you were the one that was picking up the slack, or you were doing everything here and there wasn't a lot of teamwork, or you were dealing with the Queen of Swords in reverse. It feels very one-sided here. And remember, your truth is all things. That's the law of cause and effect, right? All things must be fairly recompensed. And I feel like you are creating that as your truth. And that's what's going to help set you free here. Now, I am going to read to you the protection message. Not that I see any challenging cards out here. I really don't. But because we have the Two of Swords, there may be something that you can't see, and this could be what it is. Injustice and inequity are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else, or you're called to answer for a personal slight. You will be, Virgo, amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. That's the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands is powerful. She does stand up for the underdog. She's not afraid to, do what she needs to do. And I feel like you're there. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it, because you can and you do make a difference. One thing is for certain, if fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. Yeah, that's part of what I see here for you. That's what's coming back into balance, because you've gone through this loss, this setback, this unexpected energy, which may have everything to do with, the injustice. With that Queen of Swords, this is that Justice Libran ruled energy. So it showed up in reverse. So I feel like something felt very unfair, and now is the time where you're seeing it righted, okay? Or the good of all is going to be balanced out here. And I see your finances also balancing out, or you may even receive income with this windfall or the Wheel of Fortune. There could be money that was owed to you, or, time off. I'm also getting something with paid time off. It's as if some of you had got shorted, or maybe you were prompted to work while you were supposed to be off, something of that nature. Okay, yeah, I feel like you're finding ways to achieve fairness at this time. And yeah, it's actually going to bring about a really beautiful shift. Okay, let's get a few messages, Virgo, from your spirit animals. And at this time, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Hold it for as long as you can. And exhale with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, one that you have currently at your home, or maybe a recent animal that's crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below and hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss the notification around the first of the month. All right. What do we have for you, Virgo? Some of you may be 58 years old. You may be 63. You could be born on the 6th or the 22nd. We have Beaver. Lay a solid foundation. This can also be strengthening the foundation upon which you've built, and also addressing cracks in the foundation is what I'm getting here. 6 is also the card of Lovers, which is how you're feeling at this time, right? This is showing up in the you area of your reading. So you are focused on laying a solid foundation. I mean, Busy Beaver gets its name because it puts in the work. And I feel here, Virgo, that you are putting in the work, but you're loving it. There's something here about loving the work that you do. Nothing is wasted. Vulture, right? Vultures come in and they eat every last thing. And I feel like this has to do with your past experiences. Some of you may have gone through setbacks and you said, what a waste of time, or what a waste of energy. But trust and know that everything is part of your growth. It's not a waste. Can you look at the loss or the setbacks or the challenges as opportunities for growth, to become better? Now that you know better, you do better. Reminder here to embody all things. You have Dragonfly, truth, transcends, illusion. Now remember what your personal truth is, right? The personal truth for you is going to shatter any illusions, any fears, any beliefs that have been brought to your awareness, because there's something from the subconscious that's coming up in your conscious awareness for you to break out of. And this is your own personal truth, whatever that may be for you. You're coming out of maybe denial. You're coming out of, an energy here of not being able to see things. The truth is that you are a powerful, powerful light being, and you have the ability here to really rise above, to transform. And your final message is 58. Take the lead. Take the lead. This is what you're doing with that Empress energy. You're creating. You are empowered. You're feeling inspired in a big way, and it's time for you to really show up, right? Show up. Whatever that may mean for you. Show up. Break the silence. Or for some of you, you have been keeping something to yourself while you continue to build. And I feel like when you're ready, you will absolutely step into this stag energy, the stag, the dragonfly, the vulture, and the beaver. Okay, did someone see a cow? I just heard a moo. I mean, maybe you live on a farm, maybe you have cows, maybe you just watch Twister, right? When the cow goes over. But I am hearing the cow. So if you heard cow, or if you've seen a cow, drop it below. I'd love to hear that. Now, last but not least, Virgo, let's get a message from your guides, your angels, your loved ones in spirit. What messages, maybe your ancestors, what messages are here for Virgo at this time? Trust the niggle. Trust the niggle. Oh, you have 2 cards. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? There's something that you are being guided to focus on. Trust it at this time, okay? Whatever you are curious about, whatever you've stayed silent about, whatever you're ready to bring to the light, whatever this is for you, Virgo, trust it. We have a lot of energy around truth and trust and honoring thyself. You have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Oh, I love this energy. Creating heaven on earth. This is something I want you to believe in each and every single day. That's the niggle. The niggle is telling you that it doesn't have to be, all of this stormy waters. There is an enriching period of your life coming in where things won't be so challenging. You can heal from this loss. You can bring back financial recovery, and you don't have to go to worst case scenario, because there is a financial turn here for you. It is happening right here, right now. Own it, believe it, and embrace it with open arms. And remember, Virgo, the world is your oyster. You have this Empress energy showing up, and we see you creating heaven, right? Heaven on earth. And we see the earth that she is bringing about here. And we have heaven all around her because she is the Empress. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope it resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps The divine channeled messages get to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I am so grateful and appreciative for each and every one of you. Be sure to drop your power animals in the comment section below the video. And of course, if you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so if you feel compelled. Lots of love to you, Virgo. Till next time.